Today we're going to be talking about the importance of changing your perspective. Keep watching. Hi everybody, it's Christi Bovee with the Voice Love Company. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little bell below so you don't miss a single video or when I go live. If you're needing a little encouragement, strength, and hope, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my love letters. I send a love letter out each Monday. Get your love letter in the description box below. Now let's get started. So with everything going on in the world, I feel like it's important as this thing drags on and on to get a hold of our perspective. One of the things I've been thinking about a lot is instead of looking at this as confinement, as we are now under a stay-at-home order in my state for an undetermined amount of time, I want to look at it as a sabbatical. Now, you may be laughing at me right now, but before we moved to Colorado, we actually lived on a property where we had mentors and we went through an 18-month sabbatical. 18 months of a sabbatical. And there are some things that I learned there that I thought would be really helpful to share with you as you are going through the same thing we are of being forced to stay at home. We were in a situation where we saw people from all walks of life taking a step back from their normal life to actually stop. And one thing that I will tell you that this does is it messes with your identity, especially if you have gone through a job loss because of everything that's happening right now. You suddenly find yourself at loose ends and you don't know who you are anymore because you're not doing the thing you did. If you were really busy, it's even harder because you go from 90 miles an hour to a dead stop. That's really hard on your mind. It messes with you a lot. One of the things we learned about when we were on our sabbatical is something our mentors called the neutral zone. You get to this place where you just kind of float. You're free falling basically because you're not the person that you were in your working life, and you're still not totally sold out to being able to just rest and relax for whatever reason. I mean, right now especially, there's a lot up in the air, isn't there? So it's a really important thing to just recognize, okay, I am messed up right now. This is really crazy. I don't know who I am. I don't know which end is up right now. Being able to actually admit that to yourself is half the battle right there. So getting to a point where you're just like able to change your perspective, love yourself enough to say it's okay that I don't know what's going on right now, and just be able to rest in that. That helps so much. The other thing that we learned is it's really important to let yourself grieve. There's a grieving process. You have lost something. And so being able to actually feel those feelings, let them out. Don't try to bottle them up or keep a stiff upper lip or trying to just kind of stay busy or binge watch Netflix until that feeling goes away. Letting yourself feel your feelings is a powerful way to change your perspective, to be able to begin to rest and relax, regroup, and maybe even start to have new ideas, new feelings, a new way to find yourself pivoting through this process instead of just succumbing to depression and sadness. Sabbaticals are something that you choose to take. And so if you can change your perspective as something that has been forced upon you, which this really has, hasn't it? But if you're able to change your perspective to, this is something I am actively leaning into, I am actively looking at this as a sabbatical and a way to reinvent myself, a way to think new thoughts, a way to grow myself, my business, and my impact on the world. You find ways to grow the greatest asset you have, which is yourself in this time. Something that really can come out of a sabbatical time is a new way of looking at your own self, your skills, the things that you bring to the table that nobody else can bring. This is your opportunity to actually rise up and shine. Well, that's it for me today. Like if you liked it, subscribe, and don't forget to share with someone who needs to change their perspective and see this as a very important sabbatical time. You can ask me any question about your voice in the comments down below, on my blog at voicelove.co, on Instagram at The Voice Love Company, and now on Wizio.com. Get all those details in the description box below. It's important right now that we as humanity take back our joy, take back our power, and take back the narrative. We are working towards something powerful and good and growing in the future. We're all in this together. I'm thinking about you today. Keep finding your voice and making your sound in the world today. The world is waiting, literally waiting for what you bring. And remember, you are loved. You got this. Bye, guys.